Welcome back here to another video on the Iron Man series. Now today, it is not going to be Iron Man because we were quite busy this week, but hey, we did not want to leave you guys without an upload, and we have something very special here actually that we've been working on, and a lot of you guys have actually been asking for this in the comments.
Exactly. Now, many of you guys were asking down below, what is our texture pack? What is our shader pack? What are we using here when we're running the game?
Today's video will be about answering all those questions, going over our packs and what we have for you guys to download, and also kind of going over those settings as well, because there's actually quite a few settings, quite a few customizations we've done here, like things that we like, maybe things that you guys do not like, but hey, it'll be all there for you guys to actually download and use eventually.
So now, of course, before we hop into the video, go ahead, check down below that you are subscribed to the channel. Again, the subscribe button is completely free, so go ahead, use it, and let's get into it. All right, so now, as you can see, we do not have a single texture pack on, just the shaders. So let's go ahead step by step here, go into our menu and just show you what's available, because right now we have actually things divided into 3 separate parts, and we've only been using 2 of the parts in our videos. So let's go ahead and talk about that right now. So if you look in your texture pack folder, as you can see, there will be 3 options available. So we actually have made a UI pack, we've made the TwinCodePlays skyblock blend pack, which is basically all those cool items, and of course we've also made just the blocks, the background, if you guys don't like the basically special items that skyblock has, because the blend pack has basically everything in it, and a lot of you guys maybe don't want that. But overall, here they are. So we're gonna go over every single one. The first one we'll be going over here quickly is actually just the UI. I just want to throw that on here really quick. There we go. Hit done. And if you take a look here in game, it will actually change everything to dark mode and also have that cool like turquoise color from our channel. The reason I separated this is just because I know that many of you guys like using different UIs, like having like a transparent UI or something like that. This is the one we use, of course. So when you download the texture pack, just like TwinCodePlays texture pack for Hypixel Skyblock, this UI is not included. So if you want this UI as well, you have to download both, just to keep in mind. But of course, we'll show you how to layer that in a sec. But basically, that's all it is. Just a dark UI, you know, it looks kind of cool with the crafting table, everything like that, right? You can see it's all dark, everything, even like with the furnace. Of course, whenever you're using the dark UI overlay, make sure it's at the top, because again, it's overlaying everything. So that way, if you use any other packs underneath, the UI will change. Just keep that in mind. That should always be at the top if you're using this. And then, of course, whenever you want to add textures to Hypixel Skyblock, you just move over that pack. So in our case, it is the TwinCodePlays texture pack for Hypixel Skyblock. And again, use Optifine. We're using the M5 version of Optifine, so make sure you keep that in mind. And as you can see, the order is wrong. So when you're moving that over, just be sure to move that UI up at the top. And as you can see now, if we hit done, this is the pack we're rocking with right now.
That is right. This is the one we've been rocking here in the videos. We've actually done a little bit of updates on these packs as well. We added a few more blocks, a few more things. We also added a custom particle pack in this as well. As you can see, it's a mix and match here of the packs. Again, things we like, things we don't like, we took out and stuff like that. But let's head to the island here right now and show you guys the little particles we actually have. So as you can see, you got custom twin code particles right here, which is awesome. I think they look really, really cool. Also, a little bit of potion effects coming off of my body with a TC logo. It's very hard to see, but they're nice and faint there. And if you go over the minions, the Soulflow engine, for example, even this guy here has some twin code pack particles. Also, the Soulflow engine has some twin code particles, but they'll just alternate in between, things like that. I think they look really cool. And then, again, let's just go over a few items here in the menu that we actually have on us. You can see we have the Raider Axe from a different pack. We got like the Reaper's Falchion from the other pack. We got some Art of War books from the other pack. But kind of throwing things together here and also having stuff that's kind of like stock or kind of like the regular look that Skyblock has. For example, all these cool electronic parts. I like the way they look. We also have our custom one we made here for the Null Spheres. I think it's supposed to look like null, you know, like a void. So I actually made a image of the black hole. That's like how black hole looks right now. So I decided to do that. I think it looks cool.
And of course, because of these packs, it's possible. So again, a big thank you to everyone who has designed these packs. You know, all the artists, all the hard work that went into these packs, because without them, we wouldn't have this right now to use. So now, before we move on to the next pack, the third pack, I want to mention that everything is downloadable on our website. The shaders are there too, which we're going to get to in a sec as well. So if you want to follow along, definitely download them there. The website is TwinCodePlays.com. It's under packs, TwinCode Space or TwinCodePlays, doesn't matter which one, but you can find everything there.
Okay, so let's get rid of these textures. It always hurts me to do this because I love them. But again, here, options, users, packs. What you're going to do here is just take off this pack. This is like the full, like big pack. This is the blocks and everything. And we're just going to add just blocks pack. As you can see, also looks different with underneath the overlay, and hit done. And as you can see now, we got ourselves a clean version of Hypixel here right now with some clean weapons, the way it's supposed to look for some of you guys, the way you guys like it. Also, if you look through the ender chest, look at that. It all looks basic. All the tools look basic. Bow and arrows, everything.
So if you're someone who just plays default and likes the UI, and of course our blocks in the background here. You can go ahead and rock this as well. So again, you can do basically mix and matching of ours and sort of get your feel or your look with our kind of style that we're rocking in these videos.
Now look at these buildings here. You can see all these logs. They actually alternate with like a hole inside them and stuff. I really love that from the pack. Also the leaves, I think they look great. And then again with some stuff like the rock, the stone will be really clean when you're like powder mining. You don't have to look at something crazy. Also right over here, the flowers and things like that are pretty default. The water has a really cool look to it. I think it has like an RPG look. As you can see down there too, we got our custom gravel actually made. The little specks in the dirt. Also gravel and the dirt block like that. And then again, ores are kind of normal, not too exciting. But I do have some kind of a cool texture on the ores if you head over into the deep caverns. As you can see, the diamond here has this cool border. The emerald has a cool border. Lapis and gold. But then again, the iron just looks normal. Same with the coal, it just looks normal.
Exactly. And of course, you can see also these emerald blocks. They have a different texture as well. It looks a little bit more like, I guess, like a pixel art kind of style, like RPG. We got a bunch more as well. Of course, like iron, gold as well is the same idea. And then there's also like a custom block my brother made. It's actually the gravel in the game. So if I head over here, you can see there's some reflective pieces inside, which looks kind of cool. I think this looks a lot more like gravel than the Minecraft gravel, which is also very neat. It's kind of subtle, you know, kind of blends in with the stones. It looks very, very nice, especially when you're mining along the side and you just see it, you know. I really enjoy it. Also, the mithril, I find it looks really neat in this pack. It's kind of like a combination between like wool and also like some cool aquamarine stuff. I just love this pack overall. And then also, let's head over here to the birch park. Take a look at some more trees, the way it alternates. Here at the birch park, and as you can see, this is like basically the birch trees you see. That's how the texture is. I think it's like basically kind of the same as Minecraft, a little bit different. Of course, you can see the inside of the log looks a bit different as well. So it's a subtle change. And then you can see also if we go up to the next tree here, for the spruce, you can see the spruce has a very cool texture. It's kind of like a thicker bark, and it does alternate with texture as well, which you can see here, right? It just keeps going. And then if you go up a little bit higher here to the acacia wood, actually no, sorry, first of course to the dark oak, you can see the dark oak has also a texture, and I believe there's also some holes in here too when you look closely. This one has like a hole, a defect, right? It sort of changes around. And if you go up to the very top here again, acacia, same idea. Kind of like a smoother texture. And then if we go up to the jungle, again, same idea. It's just going up here with this texture. It looks very cool.
So let's take a look here at the end and show you guys exactly how this stuff looks. Again, I think it looks great. I think it turned out great. As you can see, look at this obsidian. I think it looks so cool. It looks just like the dragon area, dragon egg, things like that. We got some cool like stained glass, purple wool and everything. Overall, I think this place looks great. And of course, I do have to say the shaders do a lot. So stay tuned for that. We'll talk about the shaders here, our settings and everything. Because when you just download them, they do not look the same as these. But overall, I think it looks great down here. Really, really cool. And let's take a look here at the dragon nest quick. Or the dragon egg. Yeah, look at that thing. Looks so cool. This whole room looks great. But let's head over here to the Crimson Isles because that area looks also amazing. All right, so here we are in the Crimson Isles. Now, this is probably one of my favorite spots of this whole server. As you can see, just the shaders alone make this thing look so like, I don't know, so dark and so red and like just perfect for the whole environment. But let's head over here into the build and just show you guys again the textures of the netherrack because it's one of the biggest things in Minecraft. It usually gets quite like, I guess, annoying or like very busy. But here's the netherrack on this pack. I think it looks absolutely amazing. Like, I don't know what to say. I think this is a really clean way of looking at netherrack instead of what they actually have for basic Minecraft or the default pack. Look at this thing. Like, you can actually sit here and mine in this stuff for a while. That's what I think. But let's head over here into the barbarians, of course. Take a look here. Get you guys a little vibe check of how this spot looks. As you can see, there's red sand. I think it looks great. Some bones. Look, they actually look like bones too. We got ourselves a cool build down there. You guys already know how that already looks. And then the volcano looks great too, but let's head over to the other side, to the mage side, because that side has some more color to it. Again, also lava. Look at this lava here, guys. Lava also looks kind of like RPG, like the water. Kind of has that cool look to it. I love it. But let's head over here to the mage side. And there we go. And you can see the mycelium. I think it looks great too. Oh, I just died. Wow, good thing I had a cookie on. I thought I just lost a bunch of coins, but hey, we're chilling because we had a cookie. I do have to be careful down here. I don't have any armor on. Again, these mobs are actually insane how strong they are. But let's head back quick to the mages. There you go. As you can see, mycelium, everything. Obsidian looks great. And then again, I want to show you guys the stained glass quick of these church windows because they look absolutely amazing. Like, look at that. So cool. Also, the big church right here. Look at that. Look at the atrium and stuff. Wow. So cool. Stained glass up there. Stained glass up there. Alright, so we're here at the barn as well. As you can see, the crop looks a little bit different. Sometimes it changes a little bit. I think it's very close to default though.
But you can see here with the melons and the pumpkins, it looks a little bit different as well. A little bit more detailed to the texture, as well as the hay bales. They are also a little bit more detailed than regular Minecraft. Also, a really big thing I want to mention again is the water here. When you download our pack, the water will look different. We did add a little bit of a coloring to it with the shader pack, which we'll get to in a sec, because the shader pack does do a lot here. It really smooths things out and adds a lot of like shading and extra, I guess, feel to the pack as well.
Exactly, that is right. I say talk about this shader pack actually right now. Talk about all these settings again and what it actually is called. So the pack is actually called T Shaders. As you can see here, this is actually a very easy download. You'll find it all online. It's called T Shaders. I think it's one of the best actually shader packs available for regular gameplay. But if we actually remove this pack here really quick, you can see this is how part of your game looks at the moment, or not even actually, because we did a few settings already. But this looks kind of boring, right? You guys want that saturation boost, that strong, I don't know, color look, vibrant look you guys have been commenting about. I can tell you exactly how we did this, but as you can see, the water looks a little bit, I guess, lighter, things like that. There's not really any shadows behind me. But when we turn the shader pack on, as you can see, it looks absolutely amazing. Let's go over all these settings here right now. This might be the boring part, maybe a good part for some people, but let's open up the settings menu in the shader pack and go over exactly what we did. Now to get into your settings, I'm gonna hit escape, options, video settings, shaders, and then you go to shader options right here. Now let me just go back here really quick. Take a look at the right side here. Make sure this is all set to the same as I have it. Again, this is probably a big thing too, but make sure that's all the same thing here. Then go to shader options. Now we'll go start with visual here right away. So we click visual, ambient oscillation. This is what I have set for ambient oscillation. You guys can take a screenshot or something. As you can see, the strength isn't too high. It's all pretty default, I'm pretty sure. We'll get here to the cell shading off, and then you can turn it on or off. We have it on off. Night sky or night eye is all default, I'm pretty sure, because it's not changing color. We got white world. You can turn it on or off. We'll just turn it off for now. We'll go to the sky next. Clouds. Here's the RGB color for clouds. We have all the clouds off though, so nothing, all default. We'll go to the wavy block. I love this part of it because your blocks will actually move. Here's my speed. It's actually at 0.20. We'll go to water here quick. I think that's default. You can turn it on and off here too, toggle it. Foliage is on, leaves are on. Now we'll head over to the dev stuff. So beneath is on, end is on, global on. All this stuff is just on. I'm pretty sure it's all default again, but you can take a look through all your stuff. Now take a look here at post-processing. This is like a bigger part. This is kind of like where we get our color from and stuff. But depth of field, you can actually change your depth of field. You can actually blur the background and stuff like that. On the right, you can see you have distance blur. You can turn it on or off. So as you can see, it's all on off, but that's what I have. Then right here, we'll go to nether. You can change the same thing on the nether. We're not going to do that though. And then if we go over to the tone map, this is where we get ourselves this cool color. But we'll go to the preset of BSL and we change it to the RGB of Swizzle. And we're using basically BSL shaders. That's kind of like what it's all built off of. We can actually flick through this and change it, which is really, really cool. And then we're going to go here over to the FXAA. You can change again, basically the color mapping and things like that. Then if you look over to the right side, you got ourselves a motion blur tab. Now this is actually really, really cool, really exciting. This is one of the reasons why I found this pack. But if you click motion blur, you can turn on motion blur. And you know all those PvP videos? Well, you know what? You got it right here with this pack. As you can see, we got motion blur. This is what a lot of people use actually to record PvP stuff. And it's actually not like a rendering output. It's basically in the shader. So you can get yourself a shader motion blur instead of like a pack overlay. It works much better. It looks cleaner. We actually used to record a lot of videos like this. We just stopped. A lot of people didn't really like it, but I do still like it. And again, I might come back to it sometime. But as you can see, you got yourself some motion blur, and I think it looks great. Now, away from the motion blur, turn it back off here. We'll take a look here at the monochrome. Now, right here, as you can see, it is off, so we're not really using it. Again, a cool thing you can play around with, get different colors. It's all about preference, right? Then right here, you can turn film grain on or off, which is also really, really cool. Now, we'll head back out just like that, and we'll go to color. Now color, again, you can change your sky color. I have it on, so I have a custom sky on, and I got my colors right here. If you guys want to look, I didn't actually really change them. I think it's all default. I just turned on the custom sky. It looks a little better. Then if you take a look here at water, you can see we got textured water. So we're using the texture pack, right? So you can turn this off if you don't want to use a texture pack. And you got your color codes, so you can always change it or play around with that. Now if we take a look here at the world, again, this is something you have to play with. This is a big one here, fog. Everybody, make sure you click on fog because we've had problems where things get dark in the end. So what you want to do is actually click end or overworld. We'll just show you guys overworld quick. This is what I have. And you always want to have your strength to 10 and you won't see the fog. Nether, I actually just left it on the way it was. It looks fine the way it was for me. And then the end, we have it all the way up to, oh, I guess it doesn't really matter. You can run into problems, and what we do is we just slide to 10, it goes away.
So now this is sort of the thing my brother's talking about. As you can see in the end, at the very low point of the end, it gets dark. I don't know what this really is. It's like something with fog. Again, when you max out your fog, it should go away. It didn't go away for me. Sometimes there's still some problems. Maybe it's like some sort of graphic setting I have on my Optifine or something. But if you do find a fix, definitely comment down below. I'm still trying to find a fix, and if I do find a fix, I will pin a comment. But again, you might run into this problem in the end.
But I'm not going to play with it right now. I'm going to keep it the way it is because we don't want to have any problems. But hit done. And then we got heat refraction. Again, you can turn that on, which is really, really cool. I haven't really played with that one. I still want to see how that works. And then if you take a look here, custom box. You can do custom box. I'm not sure what this is for, but we'll just hit done. And then I think that is actually everything. Yeah, that is everything. So as you can see with the color and stuff again, water, all that stuff is important because we did change that. Post-processing, depth of field, tone mapping. Make sure you guys play around with that. You can change it from BSL and stuff like that. Black and white, negative. We're at BSL. You can play with this too, but keep everything the same. Now, another thing you want to also do is actually look at your other settings here, your Minecraft settings. I just usually run graphics at fast. Turn your brightness up all the way. Make sure you do that. And then again, make sure you have your particles on so you can see your particles and animations. So basically animations, and turn them all on just like that. All right, so back to the game here. And as you can see, it looks great.
So now basically those are all the settings, and as you can see, this is how it makes everything look really, really nice. And I just want to mention that when you first download, don't be scared, because if I reset all these settings, everything looks almost like default Minecraft. So these settings that we're changing here in the shader is actually very important because it really adds a lot to the pack and the game. It really boosts the, of course, the saturation, as my brother said, and adds a lot of different things here. So definitely follow along. Also want to show you the water too, how different it looks without the settings. Right over here, as you can see, a lot darker. So again, very important to follow along with these settings, because if you didn't have these settings, this is how it would just look with these shaders. So all these different settings really add a lot to the pack. So now to download these packs, again, you can go ahead and head to our website. It actually is twincodespace.com or twincodeplays.com. Either domain work. And you want to head over here, click on packs here at the top. And you can see the download link is down below. Again, there's 3 different ones. Again, there's different versions. You can see like if you're up to date or not on them. And again, a big shout out to the artists here down below. They're all linked down below, so definitely check them out.
And again, it would mean the world to us if you guys would also subscribe. Join the code here because we're trying to reach 20K on the channel. We're getting so close. And of course, 30K eventually for YouTube rank. This is like a little bit of a thank you to you guys as well. A little return here for all the support. Go ahead, find the download to the packs, and we'll see you in the next episode.